absolute laws of nature, for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people that struggle. What's good, what's good, what's good? Salute, salute, salute. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday if you're an educator. Happy Monday. And a big, big, big shout out and show of support for our nurses, our 1199 SIE, and any of the nurses that are out there on strike in NYC. Hold strong. Hold strong. Get what is needed. Get what you need. Definitely follow through, and much support to you all, right? It's going to be a trying week, but y'all stay at it. Y'all stay at it. Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power. We're going to jump right on into this discussion because it has gone viral and it just won't stop. It has gone viral and it just won't stop. Very deep discussion. Going to keep it brief. Very deep. The family of the now deceased rapper Big Scarr. Not all of the family, but certain members of the family have gone viral, upset with Gucci Mane for not taking care of or paying the total expense of the funeral to again put to rest his artists, right? I've seen a video from his sister and a couple of his homies, and I've also seen a video from his dad, which was different from the sister and the homie. If you've seen the videos, you can see the sister was very upset and dismissive, right, of what Gucci ended up giving. We'll get into that. The homie made several videos. Salute Kevin Barnes for the green screen. Much appreciated. The homie went a little further. Well, the sister went further too, because they've been going back and forth with these vids. The homie made mention of Gucci wanting his jewelry back. It seems that his artist was wearing Gucci's chains, jewelry, and what have you. Possibly, very expensive. And from what the sister is saying and what this young man is saying, that, Gucci's not getting that back. You need to get it in blood. Again, language, right, that the youth seem to throw around effortlessly as that has no true substance. But let's get into, the meat of this. The meat of this is this young artist signed to Gucci Mane under a contract that we have very limited knowledge on. Right? Subsequently, this man transitions. This man dies. And the cause of death is OD, right? OD from prescription drugs. This is what has been printed. This is what has been reported. He has died from an overdose of prescription drugs. Again, no one is to blame for that, and we surely know that they are not blaming Gucci for that. Whether the family knew he was on prescription drugs or he had a habit, I don't know. They do. We do know that prescription drug use is a problem. It seems that a good portion of our nation is struggling with opioids, with prescription meds, with fentanyl, with everything. There's a problem. In specific cities, it is magnified, right? Memphis, Philly, New York, right? Fayetteville, right? Going out west, certain cities. It's a major problem. And as we spoke before in here with our tribe, we spoke on getting help. We spoke on people's family members, getting them help. We spoke on individuals seeking help for themselves. Salute, Joel Torres. Much appreciated. Glad to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Thank you for the super chat. All right? We've spoken at length, right? We spoke here with the tribe. We spoke on Outspoken. We speak on No Filter consistently about getting clean, staying away from drugs, alcohol, the weed. We encourage a clean life. We also spoke on people passing away untimely, unexpectedly, and them not having health insurance, not having burial insurance, life insurance. It seems as though our nation, our people, right, are not as responsible as they should be when it comes to having policies, having a financial, right, fallback should something happen to you. All right? And this has been on high notice for us, right, since the pandemic. I've witnessed it. I've gone through it at least 24 times since the pandemic, where close family members, where close community members, where extended family has passed away. No one has any money to bury them. Nobody has a dime. GoFundMe has been the plan, right? That is it. Somebody transitions, we're going to put up a GoFundMe. And usually in this financial climate, in this day and time, they don't meet the number. At least 24 times for me. I can only imagine for other people how many times this has taken place since 2019, 2020. We're in 2023, and I guarantee you it'll be many, many more. We're in a space now where everybody is setting up a GoFundMe for somebody who has transitioned. At this time, we need to be very, very active, assertive, damn near making it the next thing to do on our to-do list. Burial insurance. Because if people are having a difficult enough time to buy eggs, to purchase milk, formula, gas, right? There's some of the basic things that we were able to just shrug our shoulders at and go get. Now we're really, and I don't care who you are, we're having a tough time doing that. Burying someone is becoming a major, major issue. I say that to say that the cost that a lot of these people are asking for is outlandish, to say the least. I'm seeing people put GoFundMe's up, and the average, I'm not saying all, but on the average, 25,000. Now, I know the cost of funerals has gone up, right? I know it was nowhere near what it is or what it was when my mother transitioned back in 2005. Nowhere near the cost. Now we're talking the average is anywhere between 5 and 8. A lot of people are choosing to cremate more than ever now because they just don't have it. They don't have it for the plots. They don't have it for the casket. They just don't have it. But we're also seeing in this same time our people have these outlandish ideas. I mean, I even have a neighborhood friend who's running decorative arrangements for funerals. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, really, with airbrush painted caskets and urns and all. Listen, outlandish. And this is what other people are looking at like, hold on. I would love to give what I can, right? I would love to pay my respect, especially if it was someone who was close and I had relationships with, right? But it is at a pace of where if I give you this, damn, I don't know if somebody in my family is going to transition tomorrow or next week. And I won't have that for them. So all of us have to appreciate anything that anyone gives us in this day and time. That is just an absolute must. I wouldn't care if it's $1. I wouldn't care if it's $1.50, $1.83. Anytime someone comes out of their clothes and say, here, from the kindness of their heart, knowing that they may not get it back, not looking for it to come back, here, all we can do is appreciate it. with humility, right? Kelly Mills, yes, we know she paid $10K in the transitioning of a parent, right? So now, when we have a young person, and young people have been going out way more than our elders, whether it's through gun violence, whether it's through auto accidents, whether it's through overdosing, whether it's from suicide. Our young people have been transitioning more and more and more. And that is the reason why most of them don't have any type of insurance, because we're not looking for us to be burying our youth. But it is a fact that is here, so it is something that we have to deal with. The family, well, not the entire family, the sister has gone on record, on video, saying that she is upset because Gucci Man made a statement to them that he would pay for the funeral. We don't know the timeline of it. We don't know exactly what transpired, but they're claiming that when it was time for him to pay for it and they were making calls to him, his number was blocked. Okay? Okay. We don't know what happened. We don't know if he actually said he was going to do all that. We don't know that for certain. Right? But we also hear reports that the funeral was supposed to be upwards of $60,000, $60,000. I have a problem with that. If that is the truth. If that is the truth, and this is something that is going on, hold on. Someone needs to put the brakes on that. The only reason why I can believe that it was an enormous amount of money is because Gucci's wife had receipts of where she or they spent $10K on certain items, including flowers. $10K. And the sister said, you could have kept that shit. That's where we're at in this day and time. That individuals can tell you to take your 10K and beat it. Could have kept that shit. That shit only paid for flowers. Oh, word? Oh, really? This is where we at. This is where we're at with it. Again, I said earlier that there's also some jury involved that he asked to get back. And her and the little homie who's making videos is running around telling them, you ain't getting that back. You could get it in blood. Now, I don't know who they believe this little dude is. I don't know. You see, when these individuals become rappers and they sign to individuals or labels and things of that nature, the family really don't know shit other than what he is telling them. Salute, Jarrell, Javon, what up? They don't know. They don't know nothing other than what this young man, Big Scarr, is telling them. And 9 times out of 10, what he's telling the family is his narrative of the situation. Because as we have seen, most of these artists don't know what the hell they signed to. They don't own shit. They have no publishing, no administrative rights, nothing. So if they don't know, the family knows even less. Say that to say because we don't know why he was signed. We don't know what his expectations were from Gucci, and we don't know what Gucci expectations were of him. But we do know that those expectations won't be met. And signing a deal in the recording business is financial. So those obligations are not going to be met. Because I never heard him. Have y'all? I never heard nothing from him. So now it's going to be even that much harder to put anything out. And if they put it out for it to even sell, based on the circumstances of his death. Now, as we always say, it's funny how people always want to be in the business of music, but don't know and don't understand it. Or, again, speak of the spooky. Now, we know that every artist that Gucci has signed since he's been home hasn't been a good look for them at all. Just hasn't been. But I want to stay on course here. Because if that funeral, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, anywhere in that range, I ask, was he even bringing home that? Because we're in a space now where I'm seeing, and I don't know if that's the case with them, but I know from what I'm witnessing, people are having these elaborate funerals for individuals who wasn't worth shit. Just wasn't. Peace, Roach. And it's not to slight the family. It's not to slight any family. Our deepest condolences all the way around the board. But again, how can we put money into a funeral home, into a funeral director, into a cemetery for someone who wasn't even worth that amount? And I'm seeing some wild shit. I've seen elaborate cars, coffins is costing 30 grand, get them suited, people renting out stadiums and all type. It's getting, and that's not for rappers. I'm talking about for street dudes. And our people always wonder where and cry about finances. So let me get this straight. Y'all may think that he was worth that. But I want y'all to add it up and do the math. Again, I'm not slighting the family or slighting that man. But yo, when we start talking about house money on a funeral, when we talking about money that can change generational poverty for a funeral, we have to question that. Like, this is what we really gonna do? This is what we gonna do. Now, I understand the pain, I understand the trauma, I understand the grief. But I also want our people, because my tribe, we solution based. And I want y'all to understand something real quick. Oh, I have a sister. Beautiful sister. Raised my sister. She went in one direction, I went in the other. She knows individuals who I call my peoples. And she knows others who I know. I deal with them. She knows associates. It's like I know some of her peoples and her associates. But it stops there. She don't know how I feel about these dudes to that degree. And she definitely don't know how they feel about me. She's seen me with dudes and didn't know that I was getting ready to push them. Straight up. Seen me with dudes and didn't know that was the last time that anybody was going to see him with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. She don't know that relationship. I've seen her with people and never seen her with them again. I never asked. So the family don't know those two individuals' relationship like that to that degree that you can demand that somebody, because you see them and you think you know what's in their pocket, to just give y'all, to just take care of everything. Now, I've also seen the video from the father who was very appreciative of that 10K. Thanked Gucci and his wife and thanked Atlantic Records and thanked Gucci for giving his son the opportunity to fulfill his dreams. And said he never sanctioned and he doesn't stand behind anything that anybody else is saying. See the difference in the generations? This man's father, who was also grieving and hurting, took time out to do a video counter to what these people are saying. Because he knows that it's disrespectful. He knows it's disingenuous. He knows it lacks humility to practically spit in somebody's face when they've given you something and then you have the audacity to say that he's not getting his property back, what's rightfully his, because you said it. Y'all said you're not getting your jury back. get it in blood. So you sticking them up. This is where we're at. This is exactly where we are at. The lack of communication. The lack of understanding and compassion. You expect people to be compassionate with you when you are not ready to be compassionate and understanding of others. No one, I always tell y'all, no one owes anyone shit. I always remember my talk on reparations. Don't nobody owe you shit. And don't nobody owe his sister shit. Or his mans, you know. It's just that simple. That's just what it is. Y'all don't know the relationship. And even if you did know the relationship between Gucci and Big Scarr, is done. It's over. He ain't have a relationship with y'all at all. At all. So if everybody's, going viral, looking in awe, commenting and saying and throwing all this up in the air, correct the individuals. Don't be mean and nasty and disrespectful to the sister and his homies. And it's not necessary. Teach them. Teach them the error of their ways. All right? Because you're going a little bit left. You went from one level to the next. Understand? From disrespect and dishonor, right? To aggressive and bullying. All right? So again, as we're watching these things unfold and take place right in front of our eyes, and we have no choice because everyone is covering it, right? Every social media platform is covering it and not speaking to it, right? Our teachable moment here is that, everyone in our families should be insured. But what does that take, right? That takes you having to get rid of certain vices. Can't get Henny 3-4 times a week. You understand? That gotta go in order to make sure you keep up with that insurance. You dig what I'm saying? You can't be going and getting pork rinds and Fanta and all that other and grubber and all that. You're gonna have to budget that, right? So it requires discipline. It requires a change of life in order for you to, again, do some of the things that you deemed important, like caring for loved ones and sending them away in a manner of which you see fit. Hey, this is what it is, right? This is what it is right now. We're in financial bind. Everything costs. Okay, like we said at the top, eggs, milk, gas, shit, chewing gum is $2.50. Listen, bag of chips, this little is goddamn 69 cents, everything. So how do we start placing things in a proper order? Right? How do we start putting things in a proper order? We have to reorganize our lives. We have to be prepared. Right? And we do that. We do that by sometimes unplugging and really taking a good assessment of what we have around us. Right? Do we have everything we need? And are we looking for the misfortunes that could come at any given time? Quick little life changes. And if you need help, I'm here. Book your assessment. You understand? Let's get things in order. Because at the going rate, it could be any of our people at any given time. As we've seen, right? I had to stop going to funerals. I've been to so many. Oh, since the pandemic. I had to stop, literally. You dig? So let's start acting, right, as if we don't have control of these circumstances. You dig? Because we don't. All right? And before I leave, I'm telling you, please be very, very appreciative when someone is giving you, whether they're giving you time, whether they're giving you advice. Damn it, if they're giving you a hug, or if they're giving you finances, they're giving you money, be very, very appreciative. Be very appreciative. And at a certain point, you do the same. Give back. Give back. Because no one don't owe your ashy ass shit. No one owes you a damn thing. Nothing. So when you find kind and generous people, man, appreciate them. Appreciate them. You dig? Just like me, I appreciate my moderators. I appreciate my tribe. I appreciate those who commented, who gave green screens, who hit the super chat, and who going to share the video. Yo, we at 7,700 and something, man. Come on, man. Let's get to 10,000 by the end of this week. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers, man. Let's make that push, man. Tell your cousins and your uncles and your naughty head nephews and, all that. Tell them to come watch the kid, man, so we could grow. All right? Salute. All peace and power to the people that struggle. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you.